Left from Vero Beach this morning, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, see if he's any good at it. Awesome!
Hey, stop!
Press conference or ribbon cutting or whatever we're doing today. Usually we come out and there's all sorts of fanfare, but this is an active business, and so we're really just stepping into it. So we want to, but we do want to mark the occasion because it is a momentous one, and it's a long time. We have so this is the inaugural flight of Elite Airways from the Bedford Regional Airport. That's, and some of you know that because you're actually on the plane, as it turns out. Where are the passengers, by the way? If I show of hands. Good. I hope there are drink specials today. I hope peanut snacks are to your liking, and I think it's going to be great. Elite Air has a terrific reputation for safety and on-time service and accommodation. It's a really well-run organization. I've had the pleasure to talk to its CEO, John Pearsall, who couldn't be here today, but he is very supportive of this service, and he's impressed with what's happened here at the airport. It's a long time in coming. About a year, maybe about 2 years ago, Paul will correct me, we undertook a market study to determine whether commercial air service would be viable here, because you always hear people say, well, it's a long way to get to Providence, to take a flight anywhere, and then, never mind Logan Airport, because you've got two airports that are on the other sides of their own cities, at least in relation to New Bedford. So, this was once an airport that had an active commercial aviation business, and so we thought, well, why not? And it turns out that the studies came back with positive results, that there could be something here. And so Paul and others started to talk, to some prospective airlines to see whether it would work. And at least first in line. We're so pleased that that you guys have made it here. There are a couple things I do want to know. There was a lot of work to get to this point. So the TSA checkpoint, the fire truck, the paint on the runway, all sorts of upgrades here over the last couple of years, much of which have been paid for by city taxpayers. Was all geared toward getting us to the point where we could get what's called FAA 139 certification. So if you hear that number bandied about in any discussions today, that's what it's about. 139 certification allowed this place to become a real airport, and so it is today. And so we're very proud of that we were able to get to this point. And there's a larger point to the whole effort, which is, New Bedford is in the business of city building right now. New Bedford is a real city. You've heard me say that time and time again. We're the hub of this entire region of the state. And real cities have certain things. They have performing arts centers like we do. They have major cultural institutions like we do. They have a real port. And they have real airports. And that's why we want to support this, because it is central to our economy. We think there's a lot of growth ahead for this place over the many years ahead. And we're so pleased that we get partners like Elite Air to make it happen. So the future's looking really bright, and we can't wait to see what happens next. There are a number of people that I want to thank personally for their efforts, and I want to start with. Actually, I'm going to end with one particular gentleman, but I want to start with Scott Service, who is the airport's executive director. Scott's done a fabulous job jumping into an effort that had started before him, and then he ramped it up and really helped us get to this point today. He's been, I know because I've seen it firsthand, he's worked extremely hard and skillfully to get FAA certification. And Scott, I can't thank you enough for all of your hard work. Thank you. I want to thank, and you know, what Scott would say right now, and I'll say it for him, he's got a terrific staff. He's got a great group of folks around him who've been really working it over the last several months. And so I know some of them are here today, and I really want to thank all of you for your teamwork. I want to thank the city councilors for their support of the airport and its growth and its next chapter. Brian Gomes, Naomi Carney, Brad Markey, Dana Ribeiro, and the entire city council, Joe Lopes, for all their efforts. They certainly understand that this is an airport that's on the move, and it's a municipal airport, and it is city-owned land and assets. So we know that this is something that can only be successful if the city's behind it, and indeed the city council is. So thank you guys for all of your hard work as well.
Thank you.
Wow, it's right on cue. It's like the movies. I also want to thank some of the city folks who are here, who pitched in along the way. Mark Champagne and his team did great work in building out this checkpoint right here. This is what real airports look like, guys, right? And this is where you have to take your shoes off and your belt off. And for all those of us who travel a lot, this is not the place you want to be all. Spend a lot of time at, getting patted down and all that stuff. But this is a real airport. So we want to say hi to all our TSA folks who are here today. Thanks, guys. City crews have built this out, did a fabulous job. Dagny Ashley, our tourism director, and her team, nice work. And I want to just conclude my, and of course I want to thank the folks at Elite Air who've been working really hard, and I have something for you, Sean. So Sean Actis is the chief pilot at Elite, and I wanted to give him a little something to mark the occasion. This is right about your size, Sean. So, but wear this. Let's do this. Let's wear this well. Elite Airways and New Bedford Regional Airport, all done, high quality stuff, made by a head right here in New Bedford. I wanted to recognize somebody who was dogged in getting all the approvals, 139, and everything else that had to fall into place, and there were a lot. City departments are falling into place. Fire department is another department. Chief Gomes couldn't be here today, but a lot of hard work on his part, a lot of hard work among all the airport commissioners, some of whom are here today. But I wanted to give a special recognition to my friend Paul Barton, the chair of the Airport Commission, for going well above and beyond in his efforts to and the overall effort to make this day possible. So Paul, come on up. I really wanted to recognize your efforts. Your exemplary service and your leadership and hard work in paving the way for the return of commercial passenger air service to New Bedford. Nice job. Absolutely.
I'm just an average quarterback who was surrounded by a great team, and I mean that sincerely. It was a pleasure. Enjoyed working with everyone. A lot of people had as much passion as I did. city council, the administration, whatever I needed, they were there for us. And I want to thank Scott and Michael and everybody who made this possible. It was a team effort. And God bless you all. Thank you.
So Sean's going to say a few words on behalf of John Pearsall. Just ask him to put you on the spot. But you're better dressed than I.
Yeah,
right? You got the bow tie on. But again, we're really pleased with the partnership, and we do see it that way. We really want you guys to succeed here in New Bedford and start to draw people here, because we think that there's a tremendous opportunity in your business and for New Bedford alike. So, John.
All right, thank you very much. That was excellent. We are really excited here at Elite Airways to have New Bedford, add them to where we go and what we do as an airline. What we do mostly as an airline is we fly a lot of charter. We do a lot of teams. But what's great is we have excellent people. So because of their experience and their work and dedication in the back, they create the special ambiance, I guess, or the special what it takes for all the passengers to feel like they are wanted and greeted well. So here at Elite Airways, we don't just take your money and go, okay, great, you're another number. Here at Elite Airways, we really want to take care of the passenger and make everybody right. So we look forward to seeing everybody on a flight with us, and thank you so much for having us
here. A little bit of a commercial. You guys are going to Vero Beach, right?
That's right.
That's the starting point.
That's the starting point. And it's warm. It's 70 degrees today.
Right. So fly Elite Airways and bring your sunscreen.
Yeah.
No, it's a great opportunity. And we're going to get to see the first flight off, right? That's happening.
Yeah,
soon.
like half hour, so
Great. No,
25 minutes. We're always on time. So.
no, that's awesome.
The Captain West just said 25 minutes.
25 minutes on the nose, right? Good. Well, anyway, I want to recognize Ian Abram from the City Council as well. Thanks for coming in, for your support. But once again, thanks for the great team effort. There's a lot of work ahead to continue to build this place out, to work with Elite and watch them grow here. But we look forward to it because it's such a great start. Thanks, everybody.